Hi, I'm James and you're watching eBuyer. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Asus ROG Zephyrus Duo SE. This is one awesome gaming laptop with more than a couple of tricks up its sleeve. Let's take a look. The Zephyrus Duo doesn't only feature an awesome two-screen design, but also an amazing presentation box that, as you open it up, reveals the notebook. The notebook itself, as I mentioned, has those two screens, which is great for gaming and multitasking all in one, with a nice keyboard and trackpad design at the bottom. It's really well done that second screen above the keyboard raises as the notebook opens. This makes sure you're not straining your neck trying to use the second screen and keeps it more easily in your peripheral vision while you're working, gaming, or doing pretty much anything else. What's more, the notebook is incredibly powerful under the hood, with an overclocked Ryzen processor that will allow for great gaming but also great editing performance. And that's where I see the two screens being particularly useful. Imagine having your editing timeline on the bottom screen and your monitor on the top screen. That's pretty cool. Alongside the powerful Ryzen 9 CPU, the notebook also comes with the latest RTX 3000 graphics from Nvidia GeForce. We'll try these out in just a moment's time, but this is going to make for an awesome gaming experience on both of our screens. In order to power the notebook up, you need to grab our power accessory box, which inside contains the power cable for this notebook. Considering just how powerful the notebook is, the power brick is actually fairly compact. You can see here it's a 280 watt design in such a small form factor, with also some nice Asus ROG detailing on the top. Awesome touch. Let's get this notebook booted up and play some games on it, because that's the bit we're all really excited to see. I've also never used a notebook with a second screen before. It really is something that you just don't see very often on the market. Oh, that was quite cool. So this is quite exciting. Whoa, that's pretty awesome. There's like an animation on that second screen, just showing the cooling solution that actually tucks away nicely under the display to keep the RTX graphics and Ryzen 9 overclocked CPU nice and cool. The way the second screen is integrated UI and software wise is really clever. You do get some Asus specific function controls on the left hand side, such as your display brightness for this touchscreen, but otherwise it acts as a standard Windows display, allowing you to drag your mouse or drag different windows between the two monitors pretty seamlessly. You of course want to stick with the high refresh rate main panel for your gaming performance, but this is going to be an awesome screen for multitasking, and the touchscreen gives it that extra edge. Let's talk a little bit more about screens though, and really delve into some of the details. Our top panel is a 4K 120Hz display, meaning you can play games at high resolutions and high refresh rates at the same time if you wanted to. The bottom screen is hardly any low resolution. In fact, it's 3840 pixels wide, so 4K, and 1100 high, because of course it's a much smaller display, all while being touchscreen. And that touchscreen adds a few cool bits of functionality. You can lock the keyboard to use this as more of a trackpad or keyboard if you like, or you can bring up Asus's Handwriting Mode, which allows you to physically draw on words. So I can draw on hello, and it's going to pick up that what I want to say is hello. That's pretty clever. Of course, you can type any words you like here, simply using your finger, giving you the best of both worlds in terms of keyboard or touchscreen functionality. Let's go ahead though and try out that awesome panel by installing some of the latest games out there and testing out the power of our laptop RTX 3080 graphics card. Let's now take a look and see how well this laptop performs with that RTX 3080 graphics and Ryzen 9 processor, but of course with a dual screen twist. So we've got Forza Horizon 4 open on the main screen, playing in 1440p, and we'll test this out in just a second. On our secondary touchscreen, we've then got Spotify open. We can browse through songs and artists and even play a song using that bottom screen. We can adjust volume on the fly using the volume keys on the keyboard, and heck, even make Spotify full screen, so that when we're gaming, we've got some music on the go. We can go ahead and change the tracks, we can pause, shuffle, and do basically everything you can do in a normal app using the bottom screen. Let's crank that volume up and see how good the speakers sound. Not too bad at all. It's really helpful to have that second screen. Of course, Spotify's web player is just one example of how you can utilize the bottom screen. You could browse for hints and tips on your favorite game, or even visit the eBuyer YouTube channel to browse content while you play. That's one of the great things about having this second screen that simply acts as another display in Windows. You're not confined to some proprietary controls over, display brightness or emojis. You can actually do anything you like on this bottom screen. That's enough about multitasking though. What about if we actually want to play some games? What kind of frame rates can we get while both screens are in action? Well, we've loaded up Forza Horizon 4 at 1440p, we're at high settings, and we're going to run the game's inbuilt benchmarking mode. Throughout the benchmark, you'll notice our frame rate in the top right corner, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And if you'd like to run this benchmark at home for yourself on your current laptop or current system, you can do so and easily compare. We're sitting at the moment around about 100 frames per second, with our GPU only really topping out at about 70%, which is not bad. Visually, it looks awesome. The screen looks phenomenal, the dynamic range is good, the vivid colors look amazing. And of course, if we want to flick down and play some Spotify music while we're gaming, we can do so. Browsing the web, whatever it might be, you've really got multitasking down to a T with the Zephyrus Duo SE. Still sitting as well at around about 100 frames per second in Forza Horizon 4. Not bad at all. And on that note, I think that pretty much wraps it up for our first look, unboxing and overview of the Asus ROG Zephyrus Duo SE. It's a one-of-a-kind laptop with an awesome second screen, a nice keyboard, and plenty of features to get you gaming in 2021 and beyond in the latest AAA titles. Thank you very much for tuning in to eBuyer, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.